Most people believe that once you reach 75, your best years are behind you. That longevity is mostly about luck, genes, or just hoping for the best. But what if I told you that researchers have been quietly studying communities where people regularly live active, fulfilling lives well into their 90s, and they've discovered that one simple morning habit keeps appearing over and over again? What's fascinating is that this habit has nothing to do with expensive supplements, strict diets, or even your family history. In fact, many seniors are doing the exact opposite of this habit each morning, and it might be quietly affecting their energy, strength, and overall vitality. Stay with me, because near the end of this video, I'll share exactly what this morning practice is, why it works so powerfully after 75, and how you can start it tomorrow, even if you've never tried anything like it before. Before we dive in, I want to take a moment to connect with you personally. Where are you watching from today? I truly read every single comment, and it brings me so much joy to see seniors from different parts of the world gathering here to learn and support each other. Whether you're in a small town in Texas, a city in the UK, somewhere in Australia, or anywhere else, please type your location below. I'd love to welcome you personally. Now, let's talk about something that almost no one discusses clearly: what really happens inside your body after 75, and why the morning hours hold more power than most people realize. You see, the advice seniors usually hear is generic: eat better, move more, stay positive. And while those things certainly matter, they miss something crucial about how the body actually functions in your mid-70s and beyond. What we're going to explore today is different. It's specific, it's gentle, and it's backed by observations from some of the longest living populations on Earth. In the next several minutes, you'll discover why the first 30 minutes after waking up might be the most important window of your entire day after age 75. A common morning routine that many seniors follow that actually works against their body's natural rhythms. The surprising connection between morning habits and something called cellular awakening. And why it matters more as you age. What people in blue zones, regions where living past 90 is common, do differently in the morning than most of us. A gentle adjustment you can make tomorrow morning that supports balance, mental clarity, and sustained energy throughout the day. And finally, near the end, I'll share one unexpected insight that many seniors only discover after a health wake-up call, but you don't have to wait for that moment. Make sure you stay until the very end, because that final tip is often the one people tell me they wish someone had explained to them decades earlier. Let's begin. What actually changes after 75? Here's something doctors rarely explain in everyday conversations. When you reach your mid-70s, your body doesn't just get older. Specific systems begin operating on different schedules than they did when you were 50 or even 65. Your sleep-wake cycle shifts. Your digestion timing changes. Even the way your muscles respond to movement becomes different. But here's what most seniors don't realize. Your body still has incredible capacity for renewal and strength. It just needs to be supported in a slightly different way. Think of it like this. If your body were a garden, it's not that the soil has gone bad after 75. It's that the soil needs watering and sunlight at different times than before. The morning, specifically, the first 20 to 30 minutes after you wake up, becomes the most powerful opportunity to set your entire day on the right path. And yet, many seniors do things during this window that actually work against what their body is trying to do naturally. But the next part often surprises people. The morning habit many seniors follow that drains energy. This is where most seniors get confused. There's a common belief that the best way to start your day is to stay in bed for a while after waking, maybe read, check your phone, or simply lie still until you feel fully ready to get up. It feels comfortable. It feels safe. But here's what's actually happening inside your body during that time. When you first wake up, your body begins producing specific hormones, natural chemicals that signal your muscles, your brain, and your energy systems to turn on for the day. This process is called your circadian awakening response, and it has a short window, roughly 20 to 30 minutes. If you stay in bed too long after waking, your body starts to receive mixed signals. It's awake, but you're still lying down. It's trying to energize you, but you're staying still. Over time, this confuses your natural rhythm. Your energy doesn't peak when it should. You might feel foggy or sluggish, even hours after getting up. And many seniors mistakenly believe this fogginess is just normal aging, when in reality, it's often tied to this one morning pattern. What I'll share next affects seniors even more. The power of morning light. Almost no one explains this part clearly. Your eyes have special cells, not the ones you use for seeing shapes and colors, but deeper cells that detect light and darkness. These cells send direct signals to your brain about what time of day it is. After age 75, these cells become less sensitive. They need more light, and they need it earlier in the day to properly set your internal clock. Here's a simple, real-world example. Imagine you wake up at 7 a.m., but you stay indoors with only dim indoor lighting for the next 2 or 3 hours. Your brain never receives a strong, it's daytime signal. So even though you're awake, your body might still be operating in a semi-sleep mode. Your energy stays low. Your alertness doesn't fully kick in. You might feel tired by mid-afternoon, even if you didn't do much. But if you get natural light, even through a window, within that first 30 minutes of waking, something powerful happens. Your brain receives a clear message. Day has begun. It starts producing the right balance of hormones. Your energy stabilizes. Your mood lifts. Even your digestion begins to work more efficiently, and you don't need to do anything extreme. If you move easily, try stepping outside for just 5 to 10 minutes. Even a cloudy day provides far more light than indoor lighting. If mobility is limited, simply sit near a window where natural light comes in. Open the curtains. Let your eyes take in that outdoor brightness. Even doing this once a day can make a noticeable difference within a week. But there's still one important piece most people miss. Morning movement, the gentle kind. This matters more after 60 than before. Your muscles, joints, and circulation all go through changes overnight. Fluids settle. Muscles stiffen slightly. Your blood flow slows down. When you wake up and immediately sit down for breakfast or settle into a chair, your body stays in that slow, stiff state longer than it needs to. But here's the beautiful part. Even the gentlest movement in the morning can reverse this. You don't need to exercise. You don't need to do anything strenuous. Think of it as simply reminding your body that it's time to move again. If you can stand comfortably, try this. Stand near a counter or sturdy surface for support. Gently shift your weight from one foot to the other, slowly, like you're swaying to soft music. Do this for 30 seconds to a minute. Then, if it feels comfortable, gently roll your shoulders backward a few times. Slowly turn your head side to side. That's it. You've just signaled to your muscles, we're awake. We're moving today. If standing is difficult, you can do something similar while seated. Sit comfortably in a chair. Gently lift one foot, flex your ankle, and set it back down. Then do the same with the other foot. Repeat a few times. Roll your shoulders. Gently stretch your arms forward, then bring them back. Even this small amount of movement helps circulation return to normal, reduces morning stiffness, and makes the rest of your day feel easier. Most people actually do the opposite of what's coming up next. What you drink matters more than you think. Here's something that often surprises people. Many seniors start their morning with coffee or tea, sometimes on an empty stomach, sometimes before drinking any water at all. And while coffee and tea aren't harmful, starting with them can create a subtle problem. Overnight, your body naturally loses moisture. You breathe. You might sweat lightly. Your kidneys are still working. By the time you wake up, you're mildly dehydrated, even if you don't feel thirsty. Caffeine is a diuretic, which means it encourages your body to release even more water. So if the very first thing you drink is coffee, you might actually be deepening that dehydration rather than correcting it. Over time, this can affect energy levels, mental clarity, and even digestion. Here's a simple adjustment. Before your morning coffee or tea, drink 1 full glass of room temperature water. Not cold. Room temperature is gentler on your system first thing in the morning. If plain water feels boring, you can add a small squeeze of lemon. It's refreshing, and some people find it easier to drink. This one small habit, water first, coffee second, helps your body rehydrate, supports circulation, and gives your digestive system a gentle wake-up call. But the next one often surprises people even more. The morning meal timing secret. This is where most seniors get it wrong without realizing it. There's a widespread belief that you should eat breakfast the moment you wake up, that it jumpstarts your metabolism or prevents low blood sugar. But research on aging and digestion tells a different story. Your digestive system also wakes up gradually. It needs time to turn on fully, just like your muscles and your brain. If you eat a large meal within the first 15 minutes of waking up, your body might not be ready to process it efficiently. You might feel bloated, sluggish, or even a bit nauseous. Here's what works better for most seniors. Wait 30 to 60 minutes after waking before eating your first meal. During that time, focus on hydration, gentle movement, and getting that natural light exposure we talked about earlier. Then, when you do eat, your body is ready. Digestion works more smoothly. Nutrients are absorbed better. You feel satisfied rather than heavy. And if you're someone who genuinely feels very hungry right away, that's okay too. Just start with something light and easy to digest, like a piece of fruit or a small handful of nuts. Save the full breakfast for a bit later. This timing adjustment might seem small, but many seniors notice they feel clearer and more energized when they give their digestion time to wake up naturally. What I'll share next affects seniors in a way that almost no one talks about. Morning breathing, the forgotten foundation. Almost no one mentions this in senior health conversations. Your breathing changes overnight. It becomes shallow. Your oxygen levels dip slightly, not dangerously, but noticeably. When you wake up, your brain and muscles need fresh oxygen to function well. But if your breathing stays shallow throughout the morning, you might feel mentally foggy or physically weak, even if you slept enough hours. Here's a simple practice that takes less than 2 minutes. Sit comfortably, in a chair, on the edge of your bed, wherever feels stable. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable, or simply look downward. Breathe in slowly through your nose for a count of 4. Hold gently for a count of 2. Breathe out slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. Repeat this 5 to 10 times. That's it. What you've just done is reset your oxygen levels, calm your nervous system, and signal to your body that you're awake and present. Many seniors who try this say they feel more alert and centered within minutes, and the effect lasts for hours. If counting feels complicated, don't worry. Just focus on breathing slowly and deeply. The exact numbers don't matter as much as the intention to breathe fully. But there's still one important insight left. And for many seniors, it's the most surprising of all. If this video has already helped you understand your body a little better, I'd be truly grateful if you tap the like button. It really helps YouTube share this with other seniors who could benefit too. Thank you for being here. The real reason this works after 75. Now, let's talk about why all of this matters so much specifically after age 75, and why most advice for seniors misses this entirely. There's a term in aging research called compressed vitality. It doesn't mean you have less life to live. It means that the gap between feeling vibrant and feeling unwell becomes narrower as you age. In your 40s or 50s, you could have a rough week, poor sleep, bad eating, no movement, and your body would bounce back fairly quickly. But after 75, your body doesn't have the same recovery cushion. Small habits compound faster, both positively and negatively. This is actually empowering news, not discouraging. It means that small, consistent morning habits have outsized effects. One glass of water before coffee might not seem significant, but over months, it supports hydration, circulation, and mental clarity in ways that accumulate. A few minutes of morning light might feel like nothing, but over time, it stabilizes your sleep-wake cycle, improves mood, and even supports immune function. Gentle movement for 60 seconds might seem too easy to matter, but it prevents stiffness from building, maintains joint mobility, and keeps your muscles engaged. Here's the part that ties back to the very beginning of this video. In blue zones, places like Okinawa, Japan, and Sardinia, Italy, where living past 90 is common, researchers noticed something fascinating. The longest living people didn't follow complicated health routines. They didn't have access to expensive treatments, but they had one thing in common. Their mornings followed a natural rhythm. They woke with the sun. They moved gently. They hydrated. They ate later in the morning, not immediately upon waking. They didn't do this because they read about it in a book. They did it because their lifestyle naturally aligned with what the human body needs to thrive in later years. And here's the reassuring truth. You don't need to live in a blue zone to benefit from this wisdom. You can create your own version of that rhythm, starting tomorrow morning in your own home. So far, we've covered why the morning matters so much after 75, what habits drain energy without you realizing it, and how small adjustments, light, movement, hydration, timing, can support your body's natural rhythms. But there's still one final insight I want to share with you. It's something that many seniors only learn after a health scare or a difficult conversation with a doctor. But you don't have to wait for that moment. This final tip might be the most important of all. The hidden key: morning purpose. Here's what researchers discovered that almost no one talks about. Seniors who live the longest and healthiest lives don't just take care of their bodies in the morning. They also give their minds a reason to wake up. In Okinawa, this is called ikigai, your reason for being. In simpler terms, it means having something each morning that makes you feel like getting out of bed matters. It doesn't have to be grand. It doesn't have to be life-changing. It could be as simple as tending to a plant on your windowsill, calling a friend or family member at a certain time, working on a small project you enjoy, knitting, puzzles, writing, watching the birds outside your window, planning something small you'll do later that day. What makes this so powerful is that it shifts your morning from "I have to wake up" to "I want to wake up." And that shift, subtle as it is, changes everything. When you have a reason to get out of bed, your body responds differently. Your energy feels more purposeful. Your mood lifts naturally. Even your physical movements feel lighter. So here's the final piece of the morning routine I encourage you to build. Before you go to sleep tonight, think of one small thing you're looking forward to tomorrow morning. It could be enjoying your favorite tea by the window. It could be spending 5 minutes looking at old photos. It could be stepping outside to feel the morning air. Choose something that brings you even the smallest bit of joy. Then, when you wake up tomorrow, let that be the first thing you think about. That sense of purpose, combined with light, movement, hydration, and timing, is what transforms a morning routine from a checklist into a daily ritual that genuinely supports a long, vibrant life. No matter your age, no matter where you are in your health journey, your body is still capable of positive change. You don't need to do everything perfectly. You don't need to overhaul your entire life. Progress comes from doing one small thing consistently. Start with just one of the habits we've talked about today. Maybe it's the morning water. Maybe it's sitting by a window for 5 minutes. Maybe it's that gentle breathing practice. Pick one. Try it for a week. Notice how you feel. Then, if it feels right, add another. Be kind to yourself. Take it one step at a time. And remember, improvement is always possible, no matter how many years you've lived. You deserve to feel vibrant, clear, and strong, and your mornings are the perfect place to begin. If you enjoy learning about simple, senior-friendly ways to support your health and longevity, I'd be honored if you subscribe to this channel. I share new videos like this regularly, and I truly love being part of your journey toward feeling your best. And if you'd like, tell me in the comments which part of today's video stood out to you most. Was it the morning light? The breathing practice? The idea of morning purpose? I read every comment, and your thoughts help guide what I share next. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.